So today I'm going to talk about FTP, which is a file transfer. Well, that's the short version of file transfer, right? And I'm going to be including the slides right here. Basically, what I'm going to go through is, well, the definition, how it works, connection types, data transfer, security, and real world example. I'm not going to read off the slide, but the slide's right here. Which basically, the summary of this is that it's a standard protocol which basically lets you transfer a file to a server which is connected to someone else's device, and you guys can import or export stuff. This allows a person to basically delete, edit, remove, or insert files into a slide, which is pretty cool. It's usually used, I don't know, different versions and stuff. Basically, I just explained how it works, but it's the next slide, which is it's the same thing that I just explained, which is my explanation. It connects to a server, an FTP server, and you basically log in. Sometimes it could be anonymous, sometimes it can't be, it depends. And you upload a file in which whoever's in that server can edit the file. There's connection types now. So the client can basically there's two different modes, and either the client creates a port, or the server makes a port and waits for the client, or the client makes a port and waits for the server. In either one, it's an active port is basically the one where the client opens the port and waits for the server to connect. And then there's a passive one, which I just explained, which was the other one, which is server waits for the person. And then there's modes too, which is there's a SCII, I think, mode, and a binary mode, which SCII mode basically just you transfer text and it converts line endings, and then the binary one transfers files like videos and pictures and software. Okay, that's cybersecurity. So depending on the FTP type, there's different types of security. The regular one, basically, there's no security. You could get hacked, I guess. And then there's the other one, which is the FTPS, which is the FTP Secure, which has more protection. You protect your files and it has safer alternatives for you not to get hacked or for your stuff to get removed, deleted, and all of those things. And now a scenario of that is basically let's say a company needs to share some files because they have something important going on. They just open up a FTP server and they share it with whoever they need to. The other person goes into the FTP server as well, and they transmit the files. They don't have to share it individually with each person. They can just share the FTP server to multiple people and then just put the files in there so all of them can have it. And that's basically how it works. And here's a drawing of my understanding of this topic and how it works, which is just basically FTP client and then the server and then the other FTP client, and they're all being connected throughout the router, basically the internet, to this one singular server. And it's like having a shared document in which they can go to, and they can take information out and edit without having to individually share it to each person, which is very convenient if you need it. I hope that was helpful, and yeah.